Geometry 7-3, similar triangles. For most of these notes for this section, I am going to just uncover and discuss instead of write. So, similar triangles. So we're proving triangles are similar by angle-angle similarity. So we're talking about triangles here, just triangles. If two corresponding angles in a triangle are congruent, then the triangles are similar. So if two triangles are congruent, so we're going to draw these two triangles. We'll draw triangle, 50 degrees, 100 degrees. Draw another triangle, 50 degrees, 100 degrees. Then if you have two corresponding sets of angles that are congruent, then the triangles are similar. So this could be a way bigger triangle with 50 and 100 degrees. And since this is 50 and 100 degrees, what's left here is 30, right? Because 150 subtracted from 180 is 30. Same thing here. And so all of the corresponding angles are going to be congruent, and therefore the triangles are similar. We don't need to prove that the sides are proportional. We already know that if all of the corresponding angles of a triangle are congruent. So we're going to do a couple examples here. Is this triangle congruent to this triangle? So draw your triangle ABC and draw another triangle DFG. Make sure you make C a right triangle and D a right triangle. And then angle B is 44 degrees, angle F is 47 degrees. So let's see if these two triangles are similar. Now, if A is 47 degrees, then and G is 44 degrees, then these are similar. But what is angle A? Angle A is 180 minus 44 minus 90. So angle A is actually 46 degrees, and so these two are not similar because their corresponding angles are not congruent. So I know these are not similar. No, not similar. How about this one? So now I've got this LJK, this triangle, and then another side in here that is PQ. Notice that JK and PQ are parallel. So if these are parallel, then I know that angle J and angle P are congruent because this transversal right here, JL, this transversal goes through these two parallel lines, and I know that the corresponding angles are going to be congruent, or consecutive angles are congruent. Same thing here with K and PQL. So these are going to be congruent as well. And so if I have this big triangle and this smaller triangle, I know these are similar triangles because J and P are congruent and K and Q are congruent, or LPQ and PQL are congruent. Therefore, two pairs of corresponding angles are congruent, and L is congruent to itself. So we know that these two triangles are similar because all of the angles are, all the corresponding angles are congruent. All right, now let's look at side-side similarity. Side-side similarity is just saying that corresponding sides are proportional. So in 7-3, we looked at a lot of proportional stuff, proportions with sides and stuff. If all of the corresponding sides are proportional, then you know that the triangles are similar. Also, side-angle similarity. So corresponding angles are congruent and proportional adjacent sides. So in this example here, we have triangle ABC and triangle DEF. So draw these triangles. Angle DA and angle D are congruent. Now, angle A and angle D are congruent. Now, in order for us to use side angle side similarity, AB has to be congruent to DE, and AC, I'm not congruent, sorry, proportional. AB over ED has to be the same as AC over DF. So AB over DE, here we go, has to be equal to, so this proportion has to be an equivalent proportion to AC over DF. AC over DF. So the sides need to be proportional and the included angle needs to be congruent. Corresponding angle is congruent, proportional adjacent sides, the sides that are included with that angle. All right, let's do an example, and that's all we have here. So here's the example that we're going to do. Find BE and AD. So I have a triangle. Looks like this. And there is another side in there. So this is angle A, triangle ACD. That's the big one. And then the small triangle is ABE. Now, BE is parallel to CD. AC is 5 inches or whatever. BC is 2. AB is 3. BE is X. CD is 3.5. ED is 3. And AE is Y. So I want to know what this whole length is here, AD. And I want to know what this length is here, BE. BE and AD. BE. All right, let's see what we can do here. So we'll talk this through. If you already have a good idea, go ahead and pause and get to work and see if you can do this without me. If not, stay put and we'll keep going. Okay, so I'm going to look at these two triangles as like separate triangles. Here's the big one, ACD, and the smaller one, ABE. All right, so ABE has 3 as a side, X as a side, and Y as a side. Okay, now I'm going to look at my corresponding sides here. So BE and CD are corresponding sides. So I'm going to take my smaller one and put it on top of the larger one. Now, can I do this? Do I know that these two triangles, this little one and this big one, are similar? I do, because this angle is congruent to this angle. This angle is congruent to this angle, and this angle is congruent to this angle. So I have angle-angle similarity. I actually have angle-angle-angle similarity, but that's too much. That's too much. Okay, now I need another side so that I can set up this proportion and find out what X is. I don't want this side because this has Y in it. I want a side that only has numbers. Okay, so I'm putting the smaller side on top, the smaller triangle on top. So the smaller one is, for this side, is AB, and that's 3. And then the larger side, AC, is 5. So now I just take this and I go X times 5 is 5X, and then 3 times 3.5 is 10.5. Divide by 5, X equals 2.1. And so X, that one's BE, BE 2.1. Okay, now let's set up another ratio here. I'm going to use this 3 over 5 still because I like that one. 3 over 5 equals, so I've got the smaller one on top and the bigger one on the bottom. So the smaller one here on this side is the y, AE is y. That's the smaller side of this smaller triangle, or this, whatever. Now, I need the longer side for the denominator. The longer side is y plus 3. Ew, gross. That's okay. We could still make it work. Let's cross multiply. 3 times y plus 3 equals 5 times y. Distribute. 3y plus 9 equals 5y. Subtract 3y. 9 equals 2y. Divide by 2. Y equals 9 divided by 2 is a 4.5, 4.5. And that is the end of 7-3. Do a good job on the homework.